Okay, a few members asked me to do a basic video on allegations and mixtures, and so here I am. Let's go through the basics of allegations and mixtures. Let's start with this very simple question. I'm going to modify the question as such. In what ratio must rise at? I'm just going to modify these data. Okay, so suppose that we are given that there are two varieties of rice. One rice costs 10 rupees and another rice costs 30 rupees. In what ratio should I mix these two rices to get a mixture which is worth 20 rupees? Okay, so one rice is there in this range, 10 rupees range, and another rice is there at 30 rupees range. So in what ratio should I mix? So what does that sentence actually mean? In what ratio? For example, if I mix 5 kg of this rice with 5 kg of this rice, then I can say that I'm mixing them in equal ratio, right? 5:5, which is nothing but 1:1. I'm mixing them in equal ratio. For example, if I mix 1 kg of this rice with 1 kg of this rice, then I'm mixing them in equal ratios, the ratio 1:1. Suppose if I mix 2 kgs of this rice with 1 kg of this rice, then what is my ratio? My ratio is 2:1, right? My ratio is 2:1. So what am I asked here? They are asking me to find the ratio. In what ratio is this mixed? So that's what they are asking me, and the data that is given here, that which I have modified, is that this is 10 rupees rice, this is 30 rupees rice, and I am mixing both of them, and I should get a 20 rupees rice. So before going to the alligation method, how do we do that normally? So this is 1 kg of rice, say this is 1 kg of rice. Okay, how do we do it normally? We just multiply, right? 10 rupees 1 kg, 10 rupees, so 1 into 10 plus this is 1 kg, 30 rupees. So again 1 into 30 divided by the number of kilos. This is 1 kg plus this is 1 kg. So this is 10 plus 30, 40 by 2, which is equal to 20 rupees. So this is what we are getting. So this actually, so what did we actually do? We actually found the mean price, the mixed price. We actually found that. Suppose if they are asking us to find out the cost of the mixture, we have to do that. Say one particular rice is of 10 rupees, another rice is of 30 rupees, and we are mixing 1 kg each, and what we need to find out is the average price of this mixture. If they are asking us to do that, we can do it using this method, or we can do it using alligations method. Now how do we do that using alligations method? Okay, here we have 10 rupees. Okay, I'll just delete this rupees. There is no need to write that rupees. Here we have 10 kg, 10 rupees rice, and here I have 30 rupees rice, and this is 1 kg, and this is also 1 kg, and we need to find out the mixture. This I'm taking it as X. So here it would be, so since that is a mixture, since that is the average price, this average price will lie between 10 rupees and 30 rupees, right? So obviously this x is going to be greater than 10 and this x is going to be less than 30. So x is going to be the bigger of 10 and x is going to be bigger. So x minus 10, here this is 30 minus x, and we should divide it by the ratio is 1:1, so that actually makes no difference in this case, but that's the usual procedure. So what do we get? This is 30 plus 10 equal to x plus x, which is equal to 2x. So x equal to 20 rupees. So if you can see, I got the same answer that I got when I did it using the normal method, but for complicated questions, alligation method will prove to be a boon for you. Let me delete everything and let's try to do this particular problem. In what ratio must rise at 930 per kg? Okay, here they are asking for the ratio. In what ratio should we mix these things to get, this is 930 rise and this is 1080 rise, so that the mixture is worth 10 rupees. This is the mean price. So we are going to do it using the same method, the alligations method that I said just now. So this is 10 minus 9.30 is 0.70 and this is 0.80. So this is the ratio. What is the ratio? This is 0.80 is to 0.70. We can multiply both sides by 10 and get 8:7 as the answer ratio. This would be 8:7. How to delete the 0 as well as. So this is our answer. Answer to this question would be 8:7. So let me throw some more light on this. Okay, let me just go back to the data that I took previously. Let me just say that I have 10 rupees rice and there is basmati rice. This is ordinary variety of rice, and this is basmati rice. This costs 30 rupees per kg. Okay, and say I have 10 kg. I'm mixing 10 kg of this particular rice with just 1 kg of basmati rice. So what will it cost me? What would the average cost be for me? For example, if I have to sell, I should know how much it costs me. Only if I know how much it costs me, then I can sell it at some percentage more than what it costs me, right? So I should know my exact cost. For that we can use this alligation method. But even before doing that method, I'm going to tell you this thing that the price is going to be very near to 10 rupees. It's going to be like 12 rupees or 13 point something or 11 point something. It's going to be around this area, and it won't be 20 rupees for sure. It won't go about 20. That is for darn sure. That I'm darn sure of. Why is that? Let's see. Let's just calculate this and let's come to that part. So this is 10 rupees rice, this is 30 rupees rice, and I already have this ratio. The ratio is that I'm mixing 10 kg of rice. I'm mixing 10 kg of rice with 1 kg of this particular rice. So this is my ratio. This is 10:1. Okay, now what do I have here? X minus 10, this is 30 minus x, and we have to divide this thing by our ratio. What's the ratio here? We have to divide this by 10 and we have to divide this by 1. Okay, now what do we get? 30 minus x equal to 10x minus 100. So this would be 11x and this would be 130 by 11. So this would be my average price. So see, let's see how much does that come to. That will be 111 point something, right? So 11, this is 90, so 11.8 rupees something. So this didn't I say to you before even calculating that the average price is going to come somewhere close to 10. It comes to 11.8 rupees. So what does that mean? If I have mixed it heavily, I have added, the ratio in which I have added this 10 rupees rice is when compared to this 30 rupees rice, the ratio I'm adding, that is what makes the difference. For example, what if I add 10 kg of basmati rice with just 1 kg of ordinary rice? What if I mix it in this ratio? Then you can obviously say that the ratios, the average price is going to be somewhere close to 30 rupees. It's going to be somewhere like 28 rupees, 27 rupees, or 28 point something. It's going to be very close to this thing. So that's where the ratio matters. You should know in what ratio you should mix to get. In some cases, for example, if you own a grocery shop, you know that the kind of price that people would be able to afford. Say you have two types of rices. You have basmati rice, you have ordinary rice. People are okay that you mix these two rices and you sell it as a third variety of rice. People are okay with that. Let's just assume for argument's sake that they are okay with that. But you should know, as a grocer, you know that the people who come to your shop would be comfortable with some particular price point. For example, basmati rice costs you 30 rupees and this ordinary rice costs you 10 rupees, but people would be comfortable only with 15 rupees. They'll be comfortable to pay just 15 rupees. So now you should know in what ratio you have to mix these two rices. Okay, that is where the ratios come into play. That is where allegations come into play. I'll just tell it everything and I'll just do that problem that I told you. So this is basmati rice costing 30 rupees. This is ordinary rice. This is ordinary rice. This is basmati rice costing you 30 rupees. And you want to mix both these rices, and you know that your shoppers, they'd be comfortable. They would only pay you 25 rupees. Okay, 25 rupees. They would pay you only 25 rupees. Say that you feel very generous and that you want to sell everything for cost price. You don't want any profit. Okay, just assume that if we were to assume that you're going to sell it, so we have to find the ratio here, right? Let's do alligation. Here it is 15, 25 minus 10, and this is 30 minus 25 is 5. So this is the ratio. What is this? This is 1:3. So what does that mean? That means that you have to mix 3 parts of 30 rupees rice with 1 part of 10 rupees rice. Okay, it can be anything. Say if you mix 30 kgs of basmati rice, then you have to mix 10 kgs of ordinary rice. Only then the price would come to 25 rupees for you. If you mix 30 kgs of basmati rice and if you mix just 5 kg of ordinary rice, then obviously the price for you is going to shoot up. You're actually going to end up with some 20s, spending some 26 or 27 rupees. Okay, but if you're going to sell that for 25 rupees, then you're going to be at loss. So that's where the ratios come into play. Okay, let's just add up to that scenario that I was saying. So here again there is 10 rupees rice, here there is 30 rupees rice. You know that your customers can pay you only 25 rupees. They are comfortable to pay just 25 rupees and not more than that. But you're fed up selling everything for cost price. You want some profit. You have a family, you want some profit, right? You're running the grocery shop because you want to earn money. So you decide that you're going to sell the rice just for 25 rupees. But that 25 rupees, in that 25 rupees that you are going to sell, you need to have a profit of 10%. Okay, that's your present scenario. So what's going to be the ratio in which you're going to mix these two rices? Thereby you sell the rice, the mixed rice, for 25 rupees, and in that you earn 10% profit. Okay, now how do we deal with this? So obviously this 25 rupees is 110%, right? Is 110% of X. So the rice is going to cost 250 by 11. Okay, so it is going to cost you 250 by 11. So what does that come to? Let's just calculate it roughly. So actually this is the price that, so this is going to be your price, and if you know a profit is 10%, then you are going to sell it for 25 rupees. Okay, so that is the thing. I'll just make this one a little bit more legible. So what do I get? This is 22.7. so we have this scenario and we have to find the ratio in which you have to mix. Then again we are going to employ the alligation method. Here it's going to be 12.7 and here it is going to be 7.3. so this is going to be the ratio in which you have to mix 73 by 127. Maybe simplification of this is possible, maybe, or maybe this is the base form. I'll just leave it at that. So this is going to be the ratio in which you have to mix. So what does that mean? For example, if you mix 73 kg of 10 rupees rice, then you have to mix 127 kg of 30 rupees rice. Only then your cost price is going to be 22.7 rupees, and that you can sell for a profit of 10%, which is 25 rupees. Okay, let me do some problems mentioned in this website. I think we already did problem number 1, right? Let me pick another easy problem. Okay, let us do 3 and 4. Okay, in what ratio must wheat at 320 per kg be mixed with wheat at 2.90 per kg so that the mixture be worth 3.08 per kg? It's a very simple form of simple question. 320 and this is 290. This is your base price, which is 3.08. This is 0.12 and this is 1018, right? This is 0.18. So this is your ratio. This is 3:2. Now let's go to question number 4. In what proportion must rice at 310 per kg be mixed with? Okay, it's again a very basic question. This is 360 and the mixture should be worth 3.25, right? So this is 0.15 and this is 0.35, so 7:3. Okay, let's do 2. It looks, how much water must be added to 60 liters of milk at 1.5 liters for rupees 20? So it has to have a mixture worth rupees 10 2/3. So what is 10 2/3? This is 32/3, right? So it has been given here that the mixture costs 32/3 rupees. So this is 32/3 rupees, the cost of the mixture. Okay, that means you are mixing 2 things and you are getting this particular price, right? You are mixing 2 quantities and the average mixture price is 32/3 rupees. So what are those 2 things that you mix? Let's see. Must be how much water. Okay, you be adding water here. So what's going to be the cost of water? 0, right? Water costs you nothing. Let's just assume water costs nothing. Let's not think about Bisleri water and this and that. Okay, let's just assume that water costs nothing, so 0 rupees. Be added to 60 liters of milk at 1.5 liters for 20 rupees. So 1.5 liters costs you 20 rupees. So how much does 1.5 is 3/2 liters, right? That costs you 20 rupees. So how much would 1 liter cost you? That would be 40/3 rupees, right? Okay, 1 liter will cost you 40/3 rupees. Okay, so you're mixing 0 rupees water with 40/3 rupees milk. Okay, and you're getting a milk worth 32/3. Can you see? This is 0 and this is 40/3. So your mixture has to lie somewhere between, and it lies between 0 and 40/3. Okay, so what are we supposed to find here? Okay, it has been given that 60 liters. So this quantity they have already given. This quantity is 60 liters. Okay, they are asking us to find this particular quantity. How much quantity of water you need to add, that we need to find out. So let's do alligation. So this is 32/3 minus 0, 32/3 minus 0, and here what do we get? 40/3 by minus 32/3. So it comes to 8/3 here, and it comes to 32/3 here. This 3 and this 3 goes, this is 1, this is 4. So we get this particular ratio. So what does that mean? That means that for 4 parts of milk, for example, if there were 4 liters of milk, I have to add 1 liter of water. Okay, if there were 4 liters of milk, I have to add 1 liter of water. But what has been given here? It has been given here that there is 60 liters of milk is there. So how many liters of water should I add? So 4 into 15, right, gives us 60. So x is nothing but 15. 4x into 15 gives me 60. So x is nothing but 15. So I have to add, if this 4 represents 60, then this 1 would be 15, right? 1 into 15, 4 into 15 gives 60. So my answer would be 15 liters. 15 liters of water I need to add. So what else do I have here? So that must be at 62 per kg. This is again the very usual basic question. Let's see some other question. Okay, let's see question number 3. It's slightly more complicated than the ordinary question. It's slightly more complicated until you get used to it. Once you get used to it, even this would be like a very basic question to you. So what is given here? A can contains a mixture of two liquids, A and B, in the ratio 7:5. So there is this can, okay. So say this is a 12-liter can. I'm just assuming this is a 12-liter can. So this can is going to contain 2 liquids. So again, let's assume that this is a milk can. So it has 7 liters of milk and 5 liters of water. It's all mixed. It will all be mixed. Okay, this is 5 liters of water and 7 liters of milk. So this is a milk solution. I'm not calling it as milk, I'm calling it as a solution. Okay, so this can is going to contain 2 liquids. One is water, another is milk, and the ratio in which it is contained, it is contained is 7:5. So this is one can I have with me. Okay, now what is this saying? When 9 liters of mixture are drawn off and the can is filled with B, the ratio of A and B becomes 7:9. Okay, so initially what do we have? We have this milk solution. It has milk and water, and I am taking out something. I'm taking 9 liters out of this. So let it be any number of liters. Let me take 9 liters, let me take 1 liter out, let me take 10 liters out. Whatever number I take out, would the ratio change in the container? Would this ratio, say for example I take this 9 liters as has been stated in this question. I'll take 9 liters out. So I'm going to have this part of solution, right? So what's going to be the ratio of milk is to water in this particular in the leftover portion? It's going to be the same, right? No matter how many liters of something you take out, the ratio is going to remain the same, right? This is a very basic concept, but a very important concept. So it doesn't matter how many liters you take out, but if but the ratio is going to remain the same. Okay, I'm going to delete this one out. So what happens? I'm removing some quantity out. Okay, I'm removing some quantity out, and now I'm mixing it with B. Okay, drawn off and the can is filled with B, and I'm just filling with pure B. It contains A plus B. Now I'm just filling it with B. Here I'm filling it with B. Here I'm filling it with B. But now the ratio is going to change, right? Earlier when you just draw off some amount, it is not going to change. Okay, the ratio is not going to change. But when I add another solution, when I add B to it, the ratio is obviously going to change, and here it is given that it's going to change to 7:9. Okay, how many liters of liquid A was contained? Now the question is, earlier how many liters of liquid A was there? That is the question. So how are we going to approach this particular question? So A is 7, B is 5, so total that is 7 plus 5, right? In this 12 parts, how many parts is B? B is 5 parts, right? So this is one thing. This is actually what is in the can. Okay, the can initially contains 5 parts of B, 5 parts of water. Earlier the can contains 5 parts of water out of 12 parts of water, right? 5 parts out of 12 parts earlier. Now I am mixing this with 9 liters, mixing it with B. I'm mixing it with pure water. How much percentage water is in pure water? Obviously we have 100%, so we represent it by 1 represents 100%. okay, so this is pure water, this is water in can. So 5 by 12 parts, so 5 by 12 parts of water in can is mixed with pure water. This is pure water, and the resultant mixture I'm getting is 7:9. This is water, this is milk. So total parts is 9 plus 7, 16. So total parts is 16, and out of that 16 parts I have 9 parts of water. I'm just, if you look at what I'm doing, I'm just taking the water part around. I'm just completely neglecting the milk part. Okay, so if we mix that in some particular ratio, we are going to get the solution in this particular ratio, where 9 parts out of 16 part is going to be milk. So let's do alligations. Okay, this would be 7 out of 16. Okay, let me just do it step by step so that you'd understand. This is 1 minus 9 by 16, and this here would be, okay, 9 by 16 minus 5 by 12. Okay, this will come to 7 by 16, and this will come to okay, 7 by 48. Okay, this is the ratio I'm getting. The one is 7 by 16 and another is 7 by 48. Let's just simplify this particular ratio. Let's just multiply both sides by 48 and by simplify this ratio. I'm getting 3 into 7:7. We can also eliminate 7. So this is the ratio I'm getting. the final ratio I'm getting is that 3 parts of water in can. So 3 parts of water in can, to that we are adding 1 part of pure water. What is this 1 part of pure water? This is nothing but the replaced thing, right? We are replacing 9 liters and we are adding 9 liters of pure milk. So if this 1 part is going to represent 9, what is this 3 parts going to represent? That will be 27 liters. So now the question is, how many liters of liquid A was contained by the can initially? So initially the can is going to contain 27 plus 9, right? Because 1 is actually the replaced part. This is this 3 actually represents the part after replacing, and this 1 is actually the replaced part. So the total is actually 36 liters of solution were there. And but the question asks us to find how many liters of liquid A was there. So what was the proportion? Liquid A was 7, right? 7 out of 12. 7 plus 5, 12. So answer is going to be 21 liters. So this is going to be your correct answer. I know this might sound a bit tricky for you, because it has some concept that some basic concepts that you have to understand in depth. Once you understand them in depth, then these questions are going to be nothing for you. All these questions will appear very simple for you. Maybe I'll discuss more questions. Again, I'll start from a simple level and I'll proceed gradually to higher levels in my next video. That is, if I happen to make them. So you just I'd be happy to know what do you think about this video, whether you are able to understand things, or that whatever you feel, you just feel free to comment. Thank you guys.